issue is that sometimes you can hear the drains, you can hear water from the drains. If you need to do something in here, you still can, and then when you're done, then you just plug it back up, like that. But if you basically just take out this rubber piece, the screen will come out, you can put it back on top here, and then there's a cup that sits in here. Hey guys, this is Tyler with Top Lids. I am here with a tank that we haven't shown before, and it's a very popular tank. This is an Aqueon tank, and it's the Aqueon 125 gallon. This is a 72 long, and it's an 18-inch deep tank, or front to back, I would say. And this, this reef is just very, very nice. This client has had it up for quite a while now, and he's a software engineer, and he has all the bits and bobs that make it automated. So it's a very nice setup. And he had a set of lids on here before that we'll show a bit on the screen now. It just kind of didn't really, I would say, match what this client was going for. So he reached out to us. We made him a set of lids that's a little bit specialized for this tank that I wanted to show you. So if you come in closer, I'll show you a little bit more. First of all, this is basically this lid comes in 3 panels. There's basically 3 openings on the tank. So if I take this lid off, you'll see that this is what the openings look like. They have a nice little lip that you can rest a lid on. So a lot of clients will, or a lot of people will put glass lids on these. Some people will put screen lids that are just kind of the do-it-yourself screen lids on here, which is what this client had previously. And this is what a professionally made top lid looks like. These are polycarbonate lids. They are all screened, so you don't really get a lot of condensation on them. Glass lids, you kind of can get a lot of buildup on the underside. Or even DIY screens that have the really big, thick black frames, you can get a lot of buildup on that and you see it, right? So these lids, you don't really get that as much. You can also wash these off really easily, which is something that the client actually said would be very useful for his case. Because just a DIY screen that's aluminum, it's hard to kind of clean it because you can't really get it very wet, even though it's kind of a rear aquarium. And this is just basically take it to the sink, take it outside with a hose, and you spray it down, and it's pretty much gonna stay very, very new as long as you do that relatively frequently. If you come closer, these do all come with feed doors. So these are all included free with every top lid. They are screened just like this. They're very easy to grab and lift. You just grab them in the center right here with your 3 fingers like that. And they do sit recessed down inside the lid, so they can't fall off. And that's very important actually, because if I take this lid off, clients will usually take these lids off. I mean, not super often because you still have the feed door, but whenever you need to really get in here and do something in the tank, you like to take the lids off. And it's nice that you just kind of can take the lid off. It's not gonna fall all over the place and on the ground. The kids try to pick it up or whatever. It stays in place very nicely. You might have seen me snag this guy, which is a very important part of this build and similar builds. So if you come a little closer, we can show. This is a black overflow cover. So this is kind of a little bit newer for us. This is for a couple reasons. If you just look at this overflow here, these tanks do not come with overflow covers. A lot of clients will kind of make just kind of a cutout one, but it doesn't usually fit down nice and snug. And the issue is that sometimes you can hear the drains, you can hear water from the drains, so it kind of ruins the ambiance of the room, the atmosphere. And the other thing is that there's lights right here. So this is a pretty big overflow. You're gonna get algae growth in here if you just have a lot of light getting in here, and you don't have cleanup crew. It's not like the tank where you have a bunch of cleanup crew that can just kind of clean up the algae for you. You don't have that back here, so that's just another maintenance task that has to be done so that the algae doesn't clog up the drain lines. So we had a couple clients recommend we make something like this, which is basically just our same polycarbonate material. It's blacked out, so there's no light that gets through here. It's totally blacked out. And it will just sit over the overflow, just like this. So if you come a little closer, we do make a cutout, an overflow cutout like this, so that if you do need to access it, it's a little bit bigger than the overflow box, so you can still kind of get your hands in here. If you need to do something in here, you still can, and then when you're done, then you just plug it back up, like that. So very nice little feature. This is available on our website for any Aqueon tanks, marine land tanks, and there's a couple other tanks like Planet Aquarium and etc. that we do offer these black covers now. If we go to the middle section, you see another feed door here, and there's also a Neptune AFS feeder cutout. So if you come closer here, I can show you. This is the most basic version. We like to do a large cutout that is like this, called a universal auto feeder cutout. This will fit any auto feeder. So Neptune, Avest, Plank, Zacro Black and Green from Amazon, all the ones from Amazon. It'll fit Eheim feeders, it'll fit Hydros feeders, pretty much. There's, I think, a new GHL feeder, or even the new AF4 feeder that's a frozen food feeder. This cutout will fit all of them, and then for whatever feeder you end up going with, we will do an insert that looks like this for the Neptune, and this just fits right back in here. And maybe if you can kind of show this from the side a little bit, the drum, whenever this feeds, will come out, it'll turn, and then it'll drop the food through the screen. Some clients, they do feed flakes from their auto feeders, so if you do that, we do have a cup that's available that will basically be able to go in this hole. There is a screen on the bottom of the insert that if you take off this rubber, it's called a spline, but if you basically just take out this rubber piece, the screen will come out. You can put it back on top here, and then there's a cup that sits in here. So if you feed flake food, it'll just disperse the food nice and evenly throughout the tank, and the flakes will not get stuck in the screen. And then other than that, we just kind of have another lid over here that's pretty similar. Something that I have not mentioned yet, this client doesn't really have any cords right now, but if you show kind of closer to the corners, maybe we can show this corner here. All of our lids do come with cord cutouts. These are included, again, free with every top lid. They are large enough to where you can fit 1 or 2 normal cords out, and they can even fit larger gyre cords as well, but they're not really big enough to where a fish can get out. I mean, they're quite tiny actual cutouts. So we try to put these on, or we do put these on every single lid project that we do, between 2 to this one actually has 6 cord cutouts. So wherever the client, if he ever adds something later, or he wants to upgrade a power head or what have you, then he can try out new equipment and he's not going to be hindered by the lid itself. So other than that, I think that that's, you know, pretty much this project. It was really fun to make this one. It was kind of a newer style, and you know, me and the client are very happy with how it turned out. So again, this has been Tyler with Top Lids. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to inquire about a lid project like this one, if you have an Aqueon tank or a Marine Land or one of the black frame tanks, or if you have a rimless tank or even a custom tank, we do those builds as well. You can go to toplids.com. There is a phone number at the top of the website that you can either call or text us at, or there is a live chat button in the bottom right side of the website, a big orange button. That you can just click there. You don't have to give your contact info or anything, but you can just reach one of our lid designers, and we can help you out with a potential project. So again, hope you enjoyed, and talk with you soon.